Winter licks in the air, and in the headphone hush syncopations hear lion steps, tiger stripes, new songs, coming age, and the longing for one sanguine and pellucid step through the station press. And then a little later, the sky eases up at last, and flowers dust, a broom upflung among cloud tatters, splayed uneasy, old mahogany hair and roses awaiting the shutter's snick and the call back to earth. And then the footpath begs a concrete dollar that you pluck from the firmament, for a face open like hope and a palm like a week in the great sandy desert, and you segue neatly into yet another day, devoted to the manufacture of dust. Another old one, because unlike Susan, I can't write short poems. They're all incredibly, massively, hugely long, and it takes me about a decade to actually finish them. So I actually pulled this one out a couple of months ago at Tug's gig, and I'm trying to get out from behind the page. So this is Beat Poet, Black, Blue and Green, a love song for Mr. Alan Ginsberg. The end of another adventure, another high-strung week above a miscreant sofa, and I am walking down bus route 144, 143, 323, etc. I have slipped, and you know it. The blind temperature slaps it back, 450 Fahrenheit, 366 degrees C, of footpaths, windscreens, accident-spangled verges, indulgent, sickly, condescending fucking smiles. See, Blacktown slipped beneath the feet hours ago, and I'm only now realizing, anger fixed and fucking rising, that maybe the block fits a little better than Mannequin Buff, Vaucluse, Neutral Bay, Double Baker and more, and I am thinking, always thinking, maybe it's not so bad to be fag-bashed for the length of your hair, fey manner with that slight reticent air, then poured, slick boy brown smell and come hither eyes on the same assumption, different street. Well, of fucking course it is. And so, I will recant. As I am one who has and will gladly kiss the rod, Mr. Ginsberg taught me the art. Everything and then some. You cannot trust a poet. And that is my quote. We scout bullshit through barley and hope that the note of our next poem holds long enough to hold water. And baby, it's easy. The audience doesn't care. They're all Kerouac on coffee buzz, Coke cones, and the chemical rush of anonymous attractions. Sweetheart, they are looking only at themselves. But something till it still slips, trip-kilt slips, because I am thinking jealously of that mind that says, "Let me see!" Then gasp of wonder fading admonishes the crowd. "It's too dark!" He cries, he galls, he fucking wails. And fuck you for making an old man look at that in the first place. I'm tired. No more boxcars, no more craziness. I want the kingdom of heaven. I want Kaddish. I do not wish to lie under the earth. Well, Alan, under the earth there is a lot of poetry. And I am burying beat poets under Military River Road, Falcon Street, under overpasses, stinking feet, walking always, and burying beat poets, and stroking, kissing, cupping, holding the rough sod of their graves. So, out of a desperate desire to do something tonight that I haven't actually done here before, and as I said, it can take me a decade to finish a poem. This is I don't think this is a poem yet, but I managed to finish it, so I'm going to bloody well read it. Alright, this is The Bullets. This is set in Footscray, Melbourne, 1943. The shift comes on at 7 a.m. and with the obligatory cup of sweet tea, the women shuffle feet and shoulders into different camps. The older ones, the straight of lace lamp holders and deputies of God, King and the Holy Soldier, turn their lips down to the chipped enamel mugs and lean into each other. Their boxed eyes bruised, tired, and always slipping toward the younger girls, their expressions rifling a loaded deck of emotions beneath propriety's white sheets. The younger women are bright and chatting of anything but, dance halls, silk stockings, ersatz everything, and the ubiquitous GIs on leave. Pockets flash with cash, ice in their Coca-Colas, and the rake of a dress uniform cap. And then there are the threnodists, already wearing their widow's weeds, all pasty incredulity, eyes ticking over shoulders every time a door opens. And the gossip mongers who make sure everybody knows the exact degree of loss. But Alice finds herself in the company of a partnership of working girls, burning the candle at both ends, as it were. Joyce, a riot of laughter and inappropriate everything, and Elsie, soft and serious and obsessive over the cut of a dress and seam of stocking. But Alice is still alone. Her father, larrikin bastard bare-knuckle boxer, fan of the dogs and fearless as fuck, works building Woomera training aircraft and daily mourns the proficiency with rotary engines that got his application stamped necessary industry. But Alice has an aunt in the wax, 2 uncles and some cousins overseas, and her best friend George from her old job in the haberdashers in Collins Street. And she can still remember his arch eyebrow and neat red cravat the day he told her, "Darling girl, one can butch up when one must." And it is him her thoughts turn to every 100 rounds or so that slip past her on the fast and hungry belts. It is he who she thinks of when she sees these objects as they are, potential writ tight, neat and shining, waiting to take on extraordinary velocities and make holes in bone and meat. And despite all of the daily print and newsreels, she finds that she cannot believe in this insane, impersonal violence, that someone should heft a rifle to their shoulder and sight, like her cousins after rabbits, randomly at other actual upright and thinking human beings. She knows firsthand, however, the explosions in pubs on closing, the leery eyes that can track someone across a dance floor looking for anything that will betray. A roll of the hips, the set of the shoulder, or a slight cock of the wrist. Or even the girl who once told Alice she loved her with 4 fingers full of her hair and another 4 deep in and jabbing so very hard, ragged nails and breath of gin and cucumber juice as Alice bawled and begged through snot-thick throat for it to be over now. And she can picture George so well, snapping a newspaper open in the mess hall in that way that he does, or catching his reflection as he finishes putting the shine on his shoes and blowing himself a kiss. And there are so many bullets, so very many bullets, every day, 8 hours a day, box after box fills. Before you enter the powder room, there is a brass plate that you have to touch to discharge any static electricity, lest you set off a conflagration, and every time that Alice does so, she breathes George's name and prays for his protection, prays to discharge the spark before the powder catches. There are so many bullets, so very many bullets. Huge thanks to everyone who read tonight. I love all of your work, and you all did a superb job. We do have a couple of names on the open mic list, but we can always use more. We will take just a couple of minutes break, so get a drink, smoke them if you got them, and we'll be back. 5 minutes.